What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. It is what it is here, folks. It is what it is. The Giants have once again lost. They once again lost. I just saw Michael Penix almost throw a pick six of his own, and Drew Phillips kind of pulled up on it as if like it wasn't in the script. So it's never fun to see your team lose this bad, but at the same time, it's necessary. We're down 34-7. We got about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So let's see if I update this score, because I know people love to talk about, you didn't update the score. Who cares? It's 34-7, 31-7. I mean, either way, you're getting cooked. Anyway, today was a day that I was scared. I was scared because I was like, the Giants were moving the ball well. They were playing defense well. And I was like, if they go down here after they scored that first time, and I was like, if Drew Lock goes down here and scores a touchdown, we're going to be up 14-3 on a rookie quarterback in his first game. And some mistakes could start to happen and we could win this game. And boy, I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad I was wrong. Right after I was thinking that, Drew Lock throws a horrible pick six to Jesse Bates. And shout out to Jesse Bates for selling it for us. He threw a horrible pick six there. Then he comes back and then he fumbles. And then he comes back and he throws another pick six. So, I mean, he got us out of the game as quick as you possibly could. I mean, as quick as you possibly could think of getting your team out of the game, he did. Today, this guy has 107 yards on 27 attempts. 13 for 27. So that's just around 50%. 107 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And that touchdown was to Tyrone Tracy. Tracy averaged 3.7 yards per carry. No holes for him there in the run game. Wandale led the team so far, and no, he doesn't. He's got the most yards, but as far as targets, Malik Neighbors has 10 targets for 5 catches as of right now. So he's got 33 yards today. He is about, 60 yards away from 1,000 yards. I've been waiting for him to get it. And he just caught another one. So he's on my fantasy team too. So I'm benefiting from him catching these passes. Hopefully he can get closer and closer to 1,000 and also help out my fantasy team. Not an impressive day from really anybody but the run defense today. So Darius Muasau, a guy we drafted that I'm not really too high on, but it is what it is there. He's got 11 total tackles today, 4 solo tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Pinnock, 8 tackles, and I think he left the game. 1 tackle for loss. Ty Summers and Drew Lock just hit Wandale. But Ty Summers, the guy who came in from Micah McFadden, has got 7 tackles. So these guys got busy today. Chris Durden, did a nice job at nose tackle. Meanwhile, Jaden Daniels is trying to bring back the Commanders against the Eagles with 12 minutes left. So that's how it feels to actually play football and be in games, people, because we don't know how it feels. It's been literally 12 weeks. What a ridiculous amount of losses. And there goes Slayton catching one, and he's cutting back, and he's doing big stuff. Man, if we can get the ball to Malik Neighbors, that'd be great. Let's see. Who else? We got Cordell Flott with an interception today. Came off of Kyle Pitts' hands. What a disappointment that guy is so far. Came off of Kyle Pitts' hands, and he intercepted it. Nice interception. Ball pretty much landed right where he was. But we got all our cornerbacks back today, and it didn't really seem like, there was anything impressive. And here we go, hitting it to Wandale again. Not to Malik Neighbors. But we got all our guys back. Deontay Banks once again struggled to track the ball in the air. The rest of the corners, gave up stuff when they needed to give things up. And it's just all around is not a good football team right now. Not a good football team right now. But good news, we're still on track. Like I said, we almost were in a situation where it's like, are we going to win this game, man? Are we going to win this game? Oh, my God. Drew Lock just threw the ball to Eric Gray, and Eric Gray just got upended completely. But we were at a spot where it looked like we might win this game. And I am just so glad that we ended up coming out of this game with a loss. Not because I hate the Giants and I want us to lose, but because we cannot afford. We just can't afford to win. Because right now, the Browns are about to lose. They're at 3-11. Do you really think the Browns would pass on taking a quarterback if they had the top 2 pick? I mean, they may not trade up for one, but you think they pass on one? All these teams, the Jets are trailing by 10. You don't want to be in a situation where these teams are in striking distance for a quarterback and you have to compete with them to trade up when you can just be in the top 2 picks. The Raiders play the Jaguars later today. That's going to be our Super Bowl, people. And Tyrone Tracy's padding the receiver stats right now. But that's going to be our Super Bowl because the Raiders and the Jaguars are at 4 wins, I think. Or maybe they're the Jaguars are at 3 wins right now. The Raiders are at 2 wins with us. If the Jaguars win, that's going to put them farther away from that top pick. You know, it is what it is there. And it would have helped us because it would have gotten them out of that 3-win category if we would have won today. But since that's not going to happen, pretty much we need the Raiders to win. And if the Raiders go out there and win today, we'll hold complete control of the first pick. And this team is not going to win any games this year. We're not going to win any more games. We're not going to win any more games. I mean, Drew Lock out there specifically, he makes entirely too many mistakes, has entirely too much, he just makes way too many mistakes to be able to go out there and make those mistakes and not lose us games. You're going to be fumbling the ball. You're going to be throwing interceptions. There's no way this team at this stage is going to win any games. And there we go. Malik Neighbors with the ball in his hands. He's making somebody miss and he fell down. And he's annoyed about it because he should have scored on that play. That's annoying. But lost my train of thought right there. I thought Malik was going to make a big play right there to help out my fantasy team. But yeah, we are in a situation right now where we are right where we need, and there it gets called back because of holding. So let me talk about this now. I'll stay on for a little bit longer here in this video. This is clear at this point. It's clear at this point that Brian Dable and Joe Shane should be gone. Is this not clear now? First off, how many procedural penalties are we going to have this year? I wish I had the number in front of me, but how many are we going to have this year? Whether it be a legal shift, whether it be a legal man downfield, how many bad penalties are we going to have? And there we go. We're finally feeding Malik. But how many penalties like that are we going to have this year? Every game, whether it be a pick play, whether it be whatever. That is a coaching issue. The roster. Look at the roster. Injuries or not, look at the roster. Deonte Banks is not doing anything. All these first and second round picks that we have are liabilities. They're liabilities at this point. Besides Malik Neighbors, they're liabilities. Or just at best, KT is like a solid player, good player. But other than that, most of these guys are liabilities. So we're going to roll it. We better not roll this team out there. We better not roll this GM and coach out there next year. Because Dable took over play calling. He threw Kafka under the bus. And this offense is much worse. Much worse than we could have ever imagined. Much worse. So this should be the game that solidifies the mayor that everybody must go. And I hope that this dude can actually make it happen. Because they all have to go. So, there's not much else for me to say here. We got 2 more games. Hopefully Saquon is close to breaking that record in the last game. And they give him that chance to do it. So we lose that game. But other than that, we got 2 more games. We got a job to do. And that's watch this team lose the next 2 weeks. Get a quarterback. And hopefully we can build around that guy. And just have a fresh start. Hopefully that includes a new coach and new GM, but it is what it is there. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of my day. You all try to enjoy what's left of your day and your year. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, everything under the sun. Whatever you're going to be celebrating, even if it's just time with your family, make sure you enjoy it.